We have, like I said, the Patreon show this weekend to record. I'm excited for that. It is tons of stuff. I have so many notes for it.
I haven't even looked at it yet. Like, that'll be my next couple of days. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because I have all the time in the world to peruse. And I meant to scan more previews, but I do it at work during the day, and I don't have air conditioning or a fan in my office, and it's been too balls hot to even want to do pages. So it gets super humid in the Cinnabon office. So I'm like, ugh.
You would think with the limited heat that's used to cook that dough,
right? The undercooked dough and frosting,
right?
And cinnamon.
Why, again, we're back to our roots. It's food talk this week. Because we went to the St. Al's Bazaar this past weekend.
I saw you were getting as we say around this area, potato pancakes.
A lot of D's in that.
Right.
So we went up on Thursday. I forgot that it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, as opposed to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm like, oh no, they need to start busting it down for Jesus because it's a church parking lot essentially.
Right.
And it was like Saturday, and they still had, it was Sunday morning, and they still had all the tents and stuff, and people were still coming to clean up. But this year, things ran a lot more smoothly. The potato pancakes there are one of the hottest items in this neck of the woods, right? I saw Brett tweet about it. I'm like, oh shit, we got to go today.
Right.
And we went, and because they've streamlined the potato pancakes thing, the potato pancakes line is like a line if you go to an amusement park where you look and you're like, oh, that line doesn't look so bad. And then once you're in the line, you see the line loops around twice so they could fit more people into it. That's how the potato pancakes line goes. But because it's such a hot seller, they get you through that line real quick.
Right.
What's taken the hit this year is the pierogi line.
Oh, no.
Because, they have everything else. There's just one line for potato pancakes. Then they're, that's all you can get at this line. And then there's, another line where it's, you get hot dogs and hamburgers and something else. Then there's another line where you can get, these things, right? Then there's another line where you can get halushki, pierogies, and clam chowder. Okay?
Red or white?
I don't know, because nobody was getting it, because people were in the pierogi line getting 12 to 18 pierogies at a time.
As they should.
As they should, but it was they were not ready for that amount of people to be asking for that amount of pierogies. So April went to the potato pancake line, got the potato pancakes, and she's like, what the fuck's taking you guys so long?
Oh, man.
And I just say, it's all these people asking for 18 pierogies at a clip, Right. We're just coming with our piddling 6. We're not monsters.
They should have a pierogi express line.
So I think
6 pierogies or less, as they say.
What was happening was so they're okay, pierogi. Is there anyone else in this line for clam chowder, halushki? And everyone was like, nope, just pierogies. So I think next year they're going to streamline that and have just a pierogi line.
Right. And if it was red, which I believe it is, because I've never been to a church picnic that had the New England clam chowder, I would just be strutting, the big ball strut up to the front of the line for hot Manhattan clam chowder at a church picnic. Nothing better, Joe. And I'm not joking. That is my all-time favorite soup. So
I am more of a seafoody bisque kind of guy. Clams are probably on the low end of what seafood I'll eat, unless it's non-fried seafood. Let's say that. Gotcha. If it's in the ocean and you fry it, I'm eating it, right?
Yep.
Give me a shark and you fry that son of a bitch and I'm eating them,
Right. Give me some fried sea anemone, please.
Let's go. What's that the angler fish, the one lantern looking thing, right?
Right.
Fry him up, teeth and all, and I'm eating them.
Oh, the one with the little thing with the light hanging off his head, like a droopy penis light.
Yes.
Yes.
But not a New England clam chowder fan, just because, like, I don't know, clams are not my favorite seafood.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the white. The red is like a vegetable soup with clam. So
Yeah.
we don't get a lot of good picnics around here anymore because all the churchies are dying off. You know what I mean? That I was in the land of the church picnic for a while. Like, I could walk in any direction in the summer, like, depending on the days they were, because they would never contradict each other. They'd be like, oh, that's your day. Like, they put in their days. And within between the firehouse and, like a bunch of churches, I would have, like, I think 4 or 5 picnics within a 10 to 12 block radius by me. And they were all, like, famous for certain things. And oh my God, and the firehouse picnic with the beer tent was literally less than 100 yards from my house. And I knew all the firemen because, you know, that's the city, the Dixon city that I live in. And, like, they would be like, okay, you know, last call, who wants a beer, blah, 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 blah. They'd put it up. Like, all right, that's it. Everybody out, you know, so-and-so. And they're like, Todd, finish up your beer. You can finish up your beer. So then when everybody'd leave, I mean, there would be a few stragglers, too, that they knew. And they'd be like, you stay. Because if they had the keg in, like, a trailer that they had, like, all the spouts on, all the taps. And it was like, okay, we have kegs that we could take back. Because if you didn't open a keg, you could give them back. You know what I mean? For the picnic. But if it wasn't open... If it was open and already in the trailer that had all the taps on it, you had to finish it. So we would drink till, like, sunlight, like till it depended. If, like, the keg was almost kicked, then that's what it was. But if the keg was 3/4, it was only, like, the firemen that were running the picnic and a couple of the friends. And there were many a times I crawled home from the firemen's picnic.
That's sad that there's no more picnics like that in your area, though.
No,
you know?
There's not. That I like. The closest one for me, and you know the areas as for the listeners, but Einan. Einan's is the closest church picnic that I know of, and that's up past Adam's house. You know.
Yeah. St. Anne's don't do the church picnic no more.
That I don't know. I haven't been. They might, but I wouldn't go. Like, you know, I haven't been over that area in forever. You know.
Yeah, you got to MapQuest that or Google it and see.
I'm done with that. What I miss is I used to have an elderly couple that lived like 3 or 4 houses down from me, and they were like the Polish of the Polish. Like, when you would go out in the summer, the polkas would be on the little, and I mean a transistor radio, because that's what they had on the front porch, and it would be on 10 of that transistor radio, and they'd be like, "You want potato pancakes? You want homemade pierogies? You want some halush, whatever?" And they would just bring plates of it over. We're making it. Because what is it? It's just grinding up potatoes for the potato pancakes, depending on what they put in, seasoning and onions and stuff like that. So they would just bring us plates and plates of it. And it was the goddamn best, Joe.
And are those people no longer with you?
No, they passed on. Both.
Well, so like I said, there's not, like, this is the one big church by us. We got a lot of other smaller churches that just don't have the real estate, like a big parking lot like that, to set something like this up. But what we have around us is like the festivals, like the food festivals.
Yeah.
You know, last week I talked about going to the Wing Ding Fling or whatever the hell it was called, right?
Yeah.
And then earlier in the summer is the Pierogi Festival. This weekend is the Kibasi Festival. Where it's like, if you leave my house and you go past the place with the good onion pizza, you make the right, that's the Pierogi Festival. You make the left, that's the Kibasi Festival.
Gotcha. Now that I think about it, there's actually, and I don't know if it's for church, I believe it is, but they call it an ethnic food festival.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is. I haven't been over to that. And then in the same place for the church that's there, they have every year in the big parking lot a food truck festival. So I'm like, it's different, but it's not what I remember. You know what I mean?
Food truck could get a little spicy, like a little pricey, rather.
Definitely pricey on the food truck. The ethnic food stuff, I'll have to, you know what, I'll take a swing by this week and take a look at the sign that's there, because I think that's in late August or early September. But then they usually have good prices. But the food trucks, man, I went over for that, and I was like, the fuck out of here, $18 for 3 tacos. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
so the thing is, it's a lot down like, our way. It's a lot of the same places, you know, like the same trucks or the same whomevers will be at the same fairs or whatever it is. So like you get like your hoity-toity ones that price themselves a little bit higher, but then you've got your like white van that sells like pierogi halushki, like your usual Polish fare, and it's reasonably priced. It's like fair prices, and I don't mean like I don't mean like fair, like reasonably priced. I mean it's like the same thing if you went to like a church fair. You know, you're buying 3 potato pancakes for $5, sort of thing.
It's fair, yeah, fair enough.
You're not buying boutique, you know, potatoes. You're not
buying artisan pierogies.
Yeah, you're not buying artisan pierogies at $15 a clip or something.
Right.
Not to say that those trucks don't come, they just lines in as long.
Right, they're running that artisan pierogi opportunity, Joe.
Uh-huh. Getting special potatoes flown in from Minnesota.
Right, they're coming right from Ireland. They're starving the Irish again, Joe. Potato famine, too.
Now, I do want to also mention, it's recent, I would say within the last, like, 2 weeks. And I know, this is not me swaying you, but maybe it is, okay?
Okay. And then I have to sway you on something, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, because I have 2 other things to discuss. This is one of them. I lamented months ago that our beloved Long John Silver's did not have their own dedicated app.
Right.
Now they do.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The way I found out about it was it came up as an ad on one of my dumb mobile games that I play, that stupid Dragon City game that my kid tricked me into playing.
Right.
And it comes up and it's like Long John Silver's app, and I'm like, holy shit. Right. And like you could get like it works the same way as all the other ones. They have, and this is for you, like their rewards thing.
Right.
It's called the Secret Society.
Oh,
SEACRET.
I get it. Yes.
Right. And like obviously there's like things in there, you know, certain things that you could only order through the app, you know, special whatever stuff like that. But again, you get points for doing the order through the app, right?
Right.
So I know you only go to Long John Silver's once a year, but I feel that those points will roll over to next year.
Right. Maybe I could, you know, amass them. I get you.
In like 5 years, you're going to pay for Christmas by itself just by having the app. Right.
It could happen. I'll look over the fine print, and if the points carry over, I'll think about it. But if it goes in there like points, you know, what do you call it? They disappear after 6 months, and I'm like, no.
McDonald's is the only one that I know the points don't roll over. Like your points expire after X amount of time.
Right. So who knows? Maybe because, like I said, I do. Long John Silver's like once in a blue moon. Yeah. But because that's a one time a year treat, you know. But I will do it for like if I'm like, you know, hungry. But maybe I'll just do it here. But I could maybe count on one hand and still have a couple of fingers left over to pick the pickles off my hamburger, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm stealing your bits. To do that. So like if it carries over, it would work. If it didn't, then it probably wouldn't be worth it.
All right, look into it.
Yeah, and actually, I have 2 things to talk about. I just want to throw this really out quick. I've been picking up. I just found pieces like a washer that definitely fell off the bottom of my desk chair for doing this podcast. So I'm want to set the over under on when I'm doing a pod, because the only time I sit in it is doing this podcast. When I go crashing to the floor, how many shows? You know what I mean? I only found one washer and haven't looked at the bottom yet. So if you hear a crumbling and you hear someone flesh get pierced by a metal rod and then you hear me like bleed out, that's what it was.
Might be time for a new chair.
Might be time.
Just to be safe.
Right. But the thing I wanted to talk to you about is, did you hear who's coming to the Mohegan Sun this weekend?
Okay.
Right.
What time is the show? And we'll get into it.
Right. Let me look because that'll take me a second to do. What's the name of that? Do you know what the name is? It the name of the comedy club at Mohegan Sun?
It's like the Laugh Factory or the Chuckle Hut.
Right. But that may take me a minute to find.
All right. Well, I don't want
Wisecrackers.
Wisecrackers. That was gonna be my next guess.
Right. Oh, the legendary WID. It just says August 9th and 10th. Show schedule. Okay, let me look at that.
I'm going to buy tickets.
Right. It doesn't have the time that I can
Headliner.
Find. Right. It just has what day. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have, which is always bad, but.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. Tickets. Legendary WID.
They're already discounted down to $20. Doors at 8, show at 9.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me ask: are we getting three? Is Asa and April coming with you, or is it just you?
No, it says 21 and over.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Okay. Now, before I make this decision, and before you make this decision, right? I need to go over the rules. Did you see the rules?
No, I didn't, because I'm a quiver with anticipation. You know what I mean?
Okay. It says please silence your cell phones. It says please keep table talk to a minimum. If we shush you twice, we'll ask you to leave. No exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
It says no smoking or vaping, no unauthorized flash photography or video recording. Try to stay in your seat, or you risk being made fun of by the comedian on stage. And then in small print, it says, JK, just don't make a big scene.
Okay. So don't be a Karen, is what they're saying.
Right. Okay. Then it says, if you're not feeling well, please stay home for crying out loud. Please give our talent room when they are off and on stage. They need to work and travel. This is their livelihood, and they need to pay the bills too.
Right.
And then it says in big bold letters, research our comedians prior to attending if you are easily offended.
Right.
And then it says, any other questions, concerns, please contact us, or just stay home until the apocalypse is over.
I don't want to do that, though, Joe.
And it does say 6 to a table, no more than 6 to a table.
Right. And he's there. It looks like he's there Friday and Saturday.
Can't do Friday. We're recording our podcast on Friday.
Oh, that's right. So it would be Saturday. I forgot. See, I got wit on the brain, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, I don't know if our good buddy DJ was teasing me or not, because he said he was in.
Mm-hmm.
So if that means that, isn't Brett legally obligated to come too?
I think so.
Right. So that would be 4. I asked Adam during Porch Talk, and I'm not sure if it was a look of adulation or disgust. So the jury's out on that. So that's 5. You know what I mean? It's 4, possibly 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the Friday seats are $20. Mm-hmm. Saturday is $25.
Right, but that's the price you pay. That's the upcharge for the weekend.
Yeah, Friday's the weekend too. Yeah, like I said, 9 o'clock I could do. Everyone's kind of more or less in bed, right?
All right. So this is the beginning of a soon-to-be-named network meetup.
Yes.
Do you know how excited I was when I just stumbled? I don't know what shook my tree to go look up Legendary WID, but it was only whatever day I posted the tweet or in the Discord or whatever. That was the day I found it. And it was next Saturday, Friday and Saturday at, Wisecrackers. I was like, all right, I gotta at least do the fishing line out there. Buzz, see who we get. But because I wasn't going alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could have went alone. That would have been good.
Yeah. You're a
I'm
big fan.
I'm texting someone else about it too.
Oh, are you texting to see if it's brought to you by a certain man with a jacket?
Well, I don't know. It's twice he got mentioned this week, calling my shot from the main show or whatever.
Okay.
So I have to ask you, this is something I have for you. You were not prepared for this.
No, I wasn't.
But did you know the monster cereals are already out?
No. Because beginning of August, I always felt it was like, I guess we're getting closer to the middle of August, but I always figured late August, early September. I have not seen the cereals.
Okay, so there's 4.
Okay.
This is not what I'm going to
standards.
Your 3 standards, and Carmella Creeper is back. Okay.
Oh man.
Okay. I know you were hoping for Fruit Brood or Yummy Mummy or one of these.
Fruity Yummy Mummy. Come on.
All right. So then there's a 5th cereal, which is the Monsters Frightful Friends.
Okay.
Which is the mix, because this year each monster is being introduced with a frightful friend.
Okay.
Now, so you got Frankenberry, you got Boo Berry, you got Carmella Creeper, and you got Count Chocula.
Right.
Can you guess what their pet is?
Ooh, are they actual animals, or are they or monsters, animals? Like, say, a dragon.
They're actual animals. It's not like, oh, Frankenberry's pet is a Sasquatch or something, you know?
Right. That's what I was going to ask. Okay.
Yeah.
So Carmella Creeper's the cat.
Okay.
Count Chocula's a Rottweiler.
Okay.
Frankenberry is a hamster, and Boo Berries is a fish.
You went 0 for 4.
Oh man.
So
did I get any of the animals right?
You got one of the animals right.
Okay. I mean, a dog would be a Doberman.
Okay. Boo Berries is a cat.
Oh, okay.
Carmella Creepers is a snake. Count Chocula's is a
bat.
A spider, of course.
Oh, I figured it would have been a bat.
And Frankenberry's is a bat.
That's backwards.
That's bullshit is what that is.
Right. I don't like it. So now are there marshmallows going to be that shape then?
Yes, that's what the gimmick is. This year the marshmallow shapes are the shapes of their pets.
Right. And we've done this before. Remember I called bullshit on the Monster Mash cereal where it's the mix?
Yeah.
Because it's like whatever they have left over at the end. So it might, like, each mix is going to taste different, because it's like, oh, we got a lot of Carmella Creeper left, and a little bit of Boo Berry, and a little bit more of Frankenberry in this batch of cereal that we have in the hopper. So let's just throw it all in boxes. So, you know what I mean? So the next batch might be more Count Chocula. So I am not spinning that monster, cereal roulette wheel.
All right.
Again, anyway, I did it once, and it wasn't for Todd. And that's an NFT, the Monster Mash cereal show.
So last but not least, hey, you might be listening to this early, and if you are, that's probably because you're a $5 Patreon person. No matter what level you are on the Patreon, I enjoyed everyone posting pictures of their fridges in the Patreon this week.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I don't know why they were doing it. I just happened to check the at odds one, just because there was a dot there that says there was new posts, and I went in to clean out my rubbish, and I saw that everybody was doing pictures, so I was like, I'll throw mine out there, I guess. I don't know if this is if this is the new planking, Joe, or whatever.
No, I think it was because, for some reason, Adam posted a picture of his fridge. I don't know why.
It's not even football season. But anyway, go ahead.
He wasn't yelling at it. He was just posting a picture of it.
He wasn't out there talking to it? Okay.
Oh. And then Ed posted a picture of his fridge, and they were very eerily the same, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm like, oh, let me go take a picture of my fridge. It's, relatively put together. It's just a mess because when we do leftovers and stuff and, like, my plates, like, whatever we have for dinner and then whatever's left over, I make a plate for myself. And then I just stack plates on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
and then I put the newest one on the bottom. And then when it's time for lunch, I take the one off the top, right? I have a whole routine. So there's like those, and then there's like, I just put the new ginger ales in and everything else like that. So again, mine was a little messy. Matt Fish's was the best because he's got two.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 fridges, new house. Excuse me. The main fridge was one of the new fancy fridges, and then he's got like the beer fridge out in the garage.
Yep. Right. I like that you keep the medicine in the refrigerator, the ginger ale.
Yes. Can't drink warm ginger ale. What am I, a monster?
I only do that when I have when I'm really sick. You know what I mean?
Was it when my wife went to the store? I'm a Canada Dry man.
I'm also a Canada Dry man.
And this week at the store, April picked up Schweppes Zero. That's
grounds for divorce, by the way. But
okay. The reason is because, you go to the store and it'll be like, oh, the Coke brands or the Pepsi brands or whatever is like buy 2, get 1 free or whatever the hell it is, right?
Yep, that'll come up soon, but go ahead.
Whatever mug root beer is, Schweppes was the buy 1, get 1 for the root beer, right? And my kid likes the mug root beer. So she's like, all right, I'll get you the Schweppes because Joe won't care. And it was good. It's ginger ale. It's fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
But,
I'm not a ginger ale snob. I'll drink any of them.
I will drink any of them, but you know what? I'll die on the Canada Dry Cross, and also that's a great mixer for me when I do.
Oh yeah.
Canada Dry is tastes the best mixed with alcohol. So, but I posted mine, Joe.
So you got accused of what? Stealing those Pepsi things?
Oh, yeah. No accusing. Took them. When I go... Okay. So I'm with you when you talk about the on sales. And the price of soda since the pandemic has gone fucking crazy. So it used to be on any given week. All right. It might be Pepsi products this week, Coca-Cola products this week, but it was always kind of the same. It is still the same price for whatever they do. They do it the same way. And it was for 4 6-packs, and they're the 16-ounce 6-packs, not the 20-ounce. They were, back in the day, before the pandemic, they were 4 for $10 at the cheapest on sale, usually 4 for $12 on sale. And then I don't know what they were regular price, because I would just buy, if they're on sale for 4 for $12, I'll buy 8, and that'll last me. And then if next week it's Coke, I don't have to worry about running out, and we come back around to Pepsi. Maybe at the most I would have like 12 6-packs, because they don't go bad. They're on sale, whatever. But I was carrying them out to the car individually. And then one day I just lift, because they'd have them stacked in those.
When you go to the grocery store, there's the big display, and they're all on. Yeah.
Right. So I just grabbed one and I threw it in my cart, and then I maybe 2, because I was getting 8, and I just did them, and I'm like, I'll throw them in the truck and I'll bring them back in, or whatever. And the kid didn't even care. I found out when you're going through, because I won't go through the self scan with soda, because you have to do them one at a time, and then you have to put them on the thing that waits, and then when that fills up, you have to put them in the cart. But when you take them off, it says you're stealing stuff or whatever. The person has to come over and swipe. Fuck that. I'll bring over 8 and give 1 to the cashier, and she'll hit it 8 times with the gun, and I'm good to go. I found out they don't care what you do. They're in the cart. In all the times that I went, and I've done this, because once I got in the truck, I'm like, fuck it, these are going to be great to carry in the house. I have 2. That's all I really need. Then I became addicted to having them for some reason. My OCD kicked in, and I went back. I was like, I'll get 2 more. This way, because I stack them in the corner on them, and they don't crush. It's great. I can go 3 high, maybe 4 high. And it's so I need 4 of them. I need 4 of them. But you know what? Then they're stacked 3 high. Then I need some for in the truck. So I could swap out. I have an empty set in the truck when I go to the store, and I could, throw them in, like I'll bring them out and drop them, in the thing if I don't steal them. And then I was like, oh, the Deer Park water that I'm addicted to, because I only drink Deer Park water in the bottles. They fit perfectly.
Snob.
What?
Snob.
So they fit perfectly. So I buy the Deer Park water when it's on sale, and when you cut it out of the cellophane, they fit perfect. So they're nice on the lower shelf, so I can grab the holder and slide it out and grab the back ones, because they super smooth. They slide it out. I was like, all right, so I need some for the refrigerator. And then, Joe, if I counted them right now, let me put my glasses on. I got one over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 2 in the refrigerator. That's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 against the refrigerator. 3 in the truck. So I'm over a 20. And in all the times that I've stolen those, only one person told me, you can't take those. And I was like, oh, I can't? I'm sorry. I'll put them right back, ma'am. And then I walked them out to my car.
Oh.
So now I feel I have enough. Like the itch is scratched that I'm not going to take. And then there was a time in there where at the bagel place that I go to, that I'm family now, pretty much. I was at the owner's birthday in the shop while it was closed. They told me not to leave at lunch one day when they were closing. So I'm in there, and she's like, oh, I have all these Coke or all these Pepsi carrying cases. They keep dropping the sodas off, and they're not taking them back. I don't know. I'm just going to throw them out. I'm like, nope, put them in my truck. Put them in my truck. So I got some from there, and they're great for carrying other stuff, too. Oh, my God. They're very versatile. Very versatile. But they're the same size as the Coke ones, but they do not come in this fucking house. Only blue, baby. Team blue. That's all true, by the way. Nothing made up there.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I do have I have more milk, like, honest to God, milk crates in my house than I care to admit. And I'll just say that.
Right. And then I don't know if you saw anything that was in my refrigerator at all.
Oh, and again, I could pull up the picture right now as we're talking. I hate
somebody did a close up on one of them.
Oh yeah. I replied to that.
Okay, I didn't see that yet. But I have 2 still Mountain Dew Pitch Blacks from, what was it? Royal Rumble, maybe?
It was Royal Rumble 2 years ago, yes.
Up at DJ's. And then I brought them the year later that if LA Knight won, me and you we were going to smash them together like Austin and drink them.
That's right.
But he lost, so I have to save them again for something else.
Yeah.
So they're
we could have did it this weekend. He won this weekend.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll bring them to WID, and we could drink them at WID. Just like truly, we could enjoy them enjoying WID. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, but I got such a kick out of you having all those Pepsi things and everyone's reactions to them. That was good stuff.
That is. Listen, you don't know the things that my family does. We stole a quarry. What's a couple of Pepsi?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, hey, everyone. Thank you very much for listening. This was After Dark 507 something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Patreon.com/longboxheroes. Patreon screwed up their payment to us this week, so I don't know.
Anyway, I got mine. That's all I care about.
Yeah, Todd got his cut of the fucking money. That's all that
matters.
Yeah. All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you next week.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.